day, bro, when I would pick up ugly chicks on Mocha Space. Like Cherry 956, I get that. Yeah, bro. I used to be on that website till they got weird because I kept running into my dad in the same chat room. We're both like big booty bitches, I guess. Yeah, I give it up for the Cigar Society Lounge, man. Beautiful establishment. This place is too classy for me, bro. I'm from Harlingen, baby. We're fucking hood as fuck, bro. They ask me, well, what kind of cigars do you like? Well, I like a short-filled cigarillo with a pipe and tobacco infusion. Usually comes with like a plastic tip on it. It's your black and mild, bro. I'm hood as fuck, bro. I'm black and mild. I like to call them the Project Cubans. Yeah, man. I love coming out here to Park, Texas, man. You know, give it up for the comedians that came in, man. They came from Austin, Texas. They're going to give it a good show tonight. I'm the host for the evening, man. Thank y'all very much. Fuck it, no. Bye, talk Yeah, man. But I love being out here in Cigar Society, bro, because I feel a little bit out of place, bro. I'm used to the ghetto clubs where I'm from. I'm used to the Tejano part, bro. I'm a Tejano guy, baby. Make some noise. That's right, baby. Jaime los chamacos, Ramos Zamora, todo el pedo, hometown boys. I don't like this new banda shit. Oh, that's all they're playing in McAllen, bro. I was at a party one time and they walked in with the whole banda. I was high as shit. Who the fuck brought the high school marching band? The pinche gordito de chubo. The fuck, man? Hell no, bro. I like to dance, bro. That's why I like partying at the Tejano clubs, man. I like to party with tias, bro, like these two over here. Give it up for the tias, bro. Hey, baby, I'm the one I wanted to party with. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I love me Y que tiene tía, bro. Those are Y que tiene tía, bro, right there. You be chilling with your tia, bro. She'd be the one at 3 in the morning with her shirt on with all her cousins too, right? Doing everybody's coke and shit. But that's the Y que tiene tía, bro. You tell them, hey tía, ya no tomando, ya no peda. Y que tiene. Hey tía, está poniendo el restroom with Jackie, ya te la ponen prendida. Y que tiene. Hey tía, that's not your husband. Yes, sir, baby. Those are the ones I wanted to party with, bro. I didn't like them young chicks that you're on 17th Street. Fuck them hoes, bro. We don't like young hoes in here. Hashtag no young hoes. Right? Fuck them. Hey, bro, honestly, like, when you see them walking out of the clubs, bro, they got more upgrades than a Tacuache truck club. You know what I mean? Beat your brand new fender, your brand new bumper. Engine high mileage with restored engine. I like to know the tias, bro. I don't look for those 6 stilettos in the club, bro. I look for those Melrose Black Heels. The church stopper, baby. You know what I mean? And I put up yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, sir, bro. That's all I want to chill, man. But ladies, I gotta tell you right now, I live in Fort Texas. I am married. Calm your ass. Bacale. I know in far to y'all, I might be a 4, maybe to y'all here in far. But to my wife and the indigenous Alaskan community, I'm a fucking 10, baby. I'm a cute ass Eskimo, baby. You know what I mean? I go where I'm celebrating, not tolerating. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, man. But I am married, man. We got married couples in the building. Nice. How many years? 25 years, man. Give it up for him right there. 25 years. Beautiful. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, we're put a pinche divorce days like you, okay? Yeah, all it's Friday. Tonight to the Sanchez. That's all right. I don't worry about that. Yeah, man. No, man. 10, 25 years. Beautiful. I've been married 10, 11 years. I say 11 because there was that 1 year it was complicated on Facebook. Yeah, gentlemen, lock your phones. Yeah, man, nah, bro, but like I've been with my grandpa. Before I got married, man, I got some good advice from my grandpa. He said, hey, amigo, why go out for a burger when you got a steak at home? I'm like, it's beautiful, bro. Yeah, unfortunately, he was a fucking hypocrite, bro. I also had sides all over the place, bro. Shit, he had a baby with a potato, bro. That's all I'm fucking saying, man. Yeah, bro. But you know what? My wife is a little mad at me right now. I'm not gonna lie, man. She's mad because I bought a cologne off of TikTok that was guaranteed to get you blowjobs. Oh, boy, look right here. He's wearing it right now. Yeah, I got enough for both of you, chiquita. I'm a wild. Yeah, bro. Nah, bro. It doesn't work, guys. Don't get your hopes up. I didn't find the answer. It don't work, bro. The only people that want to suck my dick are other dudes because it smells like black ice air fresheners. Say, I need that King Leather, but oh, y'all having a good time tonight? That's right, I got y'all ready to go. We're going to bring up our next comedian in the evening. He has been crushing stages all over this country, coming straight out of Austen, Texas. Put your hands together for Kelley, Shay!
First two comedians, did you think this would be the next comedian on stage? If someone got out of their truck tonight and was like, you know where you're at, boy? I'd be like, no. I know. Someone was like, hey man, we're gonna do a show here in Far, Texas, and I just feel like this is where a white guy comes in and is like, we're all the spicy Latinas at. Yeah, this is where they come, guys. I got a motel, and they gave us a motel, and I needed to iron my pants. And at the motel, I needed to iron my pants, and the iron, someone looked like they used it to grill a cheese right beforehand. It looked like someone was cooking a grilled cheese with the iron, and then right afterwards I ironed my pants, and now there's just crust all over these pants.
Sure, buddy.
Sure. Thanks for not believing me, sir. No, those are just the way your pants look, sir. Oh man, I like how he brought me on stage. That was cool. That was awesome. I did a show one time, and I was like, hey man, I was just like, hey man, bring me up however you feel. And he's like, all right, this next comic coming to the stage just got done taking a shit. Yeah, that's not how I want to be introduced. This guy has sat on the most public toilets. No thanks, man, no thanks. I know I can't be introduced like that because I don't have good charisma. I can tell. I can tell you guys don't feel like good charisma coming off of me. You don't feel like that good charisma. I'm that type of dude where random black dudes come up to me and be like, hey man, you good? And after like the sixth black dude, I was like, damn man, black people really care about my mental health. But really they were like, no, I'm not trying to be the first victim. I think that guns and the N-word have a lot in common. All right, stick with me. They're both protected by the Constitution. They both have a dark history in this country, and if a white guy ever uses it in public, we all get scared. That's bad. If this show doesn't go well tonight. I need an example. Do I need to pull out something? This is fun, guys. Are we at that point in time where we can watch a helicopter crash and be like, Kobe? Too soon. Too soon. That's what someone should have told the pilot. Too soon. Don't take off. It's too foggy. I heard this one, I was overhearing this one conversation, and I heard this one girl say, nice guys finish last. And I was like, whoa, those guys get to finish? What? I should hang out with them more often. Oh, man. Sometimes Sometimes I like to go around and I like to ask people if they've ever been on the red carpet. They were so disappointed when I pulled out my pants. For you, ma'am, it's a visual joke. She's gonna go home tonight and only picture me. This is what I like to do. I like to make crowds really uncomfortable. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for laughing at these jokes. Thank you for laughing at these jokes. Because if not, I'll just be that homeless guy yelling at you downtown. If I didn't have this microphone, I'd just be that homeless guy yelling at you downtown like, squirrels like golf! Can we stop calling each other kings and queens? Is this a thing we can stop doing? Yes? You know how kids have that saying, stay up, queen, stay up, queen. Can we stop calling each other kings and queens? Queens don't live in studio apartments. Here's your goldfish crackers, madam. I am married. I'm married to my wife. Anyone else here married? To my wife? Yeah, cool. Let's have a threesome. I think that half of marriages is trying to find a room that your spouse isn't in. Guys, and I drove 4 hours just to find a room that my spouse wasn't in. This is the closest room I could find. Oh. You love your husband? You love who you're with? You love your spouse? All right, well, love is beautiful for you. No, I mean, you never got home, and then you're like, great, you're home. Yeah, see, you understand. Yeah, sometimes your husband's there, and you're just like, oh God, not today. Just give me one day. I gotta work from home job. I fucking hate those jobs, man. Anybody else here got a work from home job? Yeah, you like those jobs? Those jobs suck for me. Because they keep sending me those sexual harassment seminars. Like, who am I going to harass? Myself? Stop it. I'm at work. Right? This day we're just getting frisky over here. This day was having their own conversation and making out. My wife is black or African American, whatever makes people feel more uncomfortable about the situation. I love doing that sometimes. My wife is black, and we celebrate Black History Month pretty hard at our house. Like, the NBA celebrates Black History Month by having a white dude win the slam dunk contest. And my wife celebrates Black History Month by not talking to me. Yeah, she's doing great. Last year was really hard for me because it was an extra day, and you're just like, please let it in, Lord. I don't know what to call anybody anymore. I don't know what to call anybody anymore. I don't know what to call them, black, African American, because I asked ChatGPT, I was like, what's a synonym for black? And ChatGPT told me dusky. I can't go around the South calling my wife dusky. I think ChatGPT's trying to get us killed. Oh, that's a mighty fine dusky woman over there. Black women also have the same. My black is beautiful. My black is beautiful. I don't know if I can use that either. I can't just go around holding up a picture of my wife on my phone being like, my black is beautiful. My wife actually calls herself highly melanated, which sounds achievable, doesn't it, guys? Sounds like after this, we all could go get highly melanated. End up like Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder. Hey, brother. Oh, man. I know that it's different being in an interracial relationship, and sometimes people ask me where I met my wife, how I met my wife, and I tell them, oh, I think they're just catfishing on black people meat. Thank you, sir. Oh, you sound like I know they said tall, dark, and handsome. How about pale, brittle, and insecure? Yeah, that's what I want. I want a woman that doesn't have standards. I know that sometimes we'll have to like mess around, and I got to meet her family. Her family's pretty cool, and I got to meet her family for the holidays. And whenever I got to meet her family, her dad's a comedian, and her dad likes to make jokes a lot. So we were taking pictures one day, and it was like 6 black people and then me. And then her dad took the photo, flipped the phone around, and it's like, look, it's like the reverse Blind Side. I was like, you know that guy's life got better, right? They say if you have a black wife, you're supposed to have this black wife effect. Like if you've heard that saying on the internet, you have, sir? Yeah, you're all good girls, I get it. Because I'm talking to you. I'm not getting a black wife, this is fine, ready? They say if you have a black wife, you have this black wife effect. Where your like aura changes, your fashion changes. For some reason, you get the haircut of an Indian man. He has a fade. Your fashion upgrades, your beard's perfectly aligned for no reason. Guys, I didn't get any of that. I didn't recently get into an argument with a homeless guy because he thought I was trying to steal a sleeping spot. He grabbed this stuff, looked over at me, and was like, my cardboard. Sometimes people they'll do shows around the country and they'll ask me, have I ever performed in front of an all-black audience before? Have I ever performed in front of an all-black audience before? It's like, yeah, every Thanksgiving. Why did you all that? I don't know, that was racist. Oh, you gotta actually meet those people. No, you're fine, sir. I don't know if that was at all, because you actually had to meet, if you ever had to meet your family before. Yeah, you had to meet your family before? It's miserable sometimes. My wife got to meet my parents. That was a trip for her. I don't know how she liked that one. Because she was nervous. She got to meet my parents, and my parents are a bunch of alcoholics. Anyone else's parents a bunch of alcoholics? Alright, everybody here is a great person. My parents are a bunch of alcoholics. I don't like that taboo they keep giving to alcoholic people. Like, my parents were the cool type of alcoholics. They weren't that type of alcoholic where they would like force you in the closet and make you read Harry Potter for no reason. They were the type of alcoholics where they would tell me to follow my dreams and then just never show up for them. Yeah, it was rough. Like, my parents signed me up for baseball. My parents signed me up for baseball, and then they would just go watch football in the car. It was like, I don't want to see this failure in person. I don't want to see what I did to my son. Before my mom passed away a few years ago, and before she passed away, she got to watch me do stand-up comedy, and then she died. She was like, all right, baseball was strike 3 for me, I'm out of here. We should really find out what's going on in this conversation over here. That's hilarious. I don't know. Whenever my mom passed, she passed a few years ago, and whenever she passed, it was sad because we didn't know what to do with her because we were trying to determine how we wanted to deal with the situation. So my mom passed, and we had my uncle who wanted to bury her, and then my brother and I, we wanted to cremate her. So we both got our way. Like, my mom is buried somewhere in Delaware, and the other half of her is in my pocket. Yeah. You ever had anybody die? You know what the urn's like. It was a fun time for us. I don't know what half I have, guys. I don't know what half I have. And then we, for my wedding, whenever I was trying to have my mom walk me down the aisle, it was a tough time. It was a tough time because she was a pile of ashes. I don't know how I can have her walk me down the aisle when she's a pile of ashes. And whenever I was leaving my dad in charge of my mom, and my dad lost my mom. And I was like, Dad, you lost mom again? Thanks. So he lost my mom, and before we were getting going on it, I told the wedding planner, I was like, hey, I lost my mom. And this was a terrible thing to do, because I also didn't tell the wedding planner what happened to my mom beforehand. So now this lady's scrambling around the whole place like, oh my God, how did I forget the most important person in this person's life? And then my friend comes running around the corner, hands me my mom's urn, and the look of relief from that wedding planner was like, oh my God, thank God she's dead. I was like, ah, this is awful. So, my wife and I, we got married, and we went to get on our honeymoon. And my wife always wants romance. Like, you know, ladies want romance, right, guys? You don't want romance, man? Now you don't want romance, you want the jokes? You want the jokes? You want the jokes also, man? You don't want the romance? You want the romance? Yeah, okay, good. Keep it that way. I tried telling jokes in bed last night with my wife. It did not work out at all. She's like, can you be romantic now? I'm like, oh, I gotta prepare for a show tomorrow. She was trying to plan out a romantic getaway, so we go to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the deep South. We were in that part of the South where they were still doing Civil War reenactments. I was like, this is not romantic at all. So we get to the South, and whenever we get there, I was like, hey, let's go to the beach and frolic around and try to make babies. She was like, oh, but instead, you know what we should do? We should go check out a plantation. Yeah. You know how awkward that is? I don't know what kills the romance for you guys, but a little bit of American history does it for me. A little bit of American history is what is turning me off. This is the last time I ever leave my wife in charge of romance, guys. What is she going to do for my anniversary next? Hey, let's check out Auschwitz. No thanks. So we get to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That is fun to do. For her to look directly at me. I wasn't paying attention the whole time, but sorry anyways. She's having her own world over here. And she looks like, sorry, I'm interrupting you. This table's having a great time, and I don't think they need comedy. I think they just need each other. They have their own stand-up special going on over there. 10 years, man. 10 years. It's almost as long as my wife and I have been together. So we get to this plantation, and this is a 3-hour drive. This is a 3-hour drive to this plantation. And halfway there, I'm running out of saris per mile. You know what I mean? And it's really awkward. So after the 3-hour drive, we get there and we get to this tour, and they show us this tour, and they were talking to us about the tour, and they said they get to the tour, and they were saying that this is the slave quarters. So they showed off the slave quarters to us, and then things got a little too PC for me, a little too politically correct, and I was getting really distracted because I was like, all right, this is the slave quarters. And she's like, yeah, this is the slave quarters. And that's where they stay. And I was like, I don't think that's what they were called, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't think they got to the slave quarters and were like, got to the slaves and they were like, oh, what the hell just happened? All right. Are we messing with something over there? Alright. Very distracted. We get to the slave quarters, and then as we're there, they're like, alright, we don't want to treat you humane, but we will respect your pronouns. So I was like, I don't think that's what happened at all. So they were continuing on the tour, and as we were continuing on the tour, they told us the last black person to live on the plantation was 1990. 1990 is within our lifetime, guys. That's crazy to think. And they told us the last black person to live on the plantation was 1990, and they were paying $39 a month in rent. And I was like, damn, man. I couldn't stop thinking to myself, you're charging them? It was. And then my wife calmed me down. She was like, calm down, calm down. My dad will be loving to be paying that in rent. Can you imagine if we had Ubers back then? Can you imagine if we had Ubers back in 1990? You get in the Uber, that black guy gets in the Uber, and whenever he's in that Uber, he gives you the address, and it's like, all right, let's go to 3220 Plantation Road. Wouldn't you, yeah, exactly, right, sir? Wouldn't you, as the Uber driver, get to the destination, look up, look around, and be like, you know you're free, right? My wife and I, we're trying to have a baby. That's a fun thing to do. Anybody else here have kids? Yeah, you guys have kids? You guys have them naturally? Oh man, that's sweet, guys. I love true, authentic kids. Yeah, authentic kids. I've been trying to have a baby, but we can't have it naturally, so we have to go through IVF, in vitro fertilization, which it sucks, guys. Trying to see if the science is real, that really sucks. Having to go somewhere and then I talk to some guy who studied pussy in college. Just having some guy feel around your wife's vagina like, no, it's too tight in there. A baby will never come out. And whenever you go through IVF, the first thing you have to do is you have to get a semen analysis. You guys ever had to schedule a masturbation session before? That was on my Google calendars tonight. With a doctor's note next to it that said, you'll enjoy this. And I did, guys. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was the only time I've ever been to a doctor's appointment, and someone asked me how the doctor appointment went, and I was like, it was wonderful. And it is awkward to have to do that, because the thing is, whenever you're doing it, you schedule this with all the people in the office, so everybody knows what you're doing. Everybody knows what you're doing. They stick you in the room, and everybody knows that you're gonna whack off. They stick you in this room, and then this lady tries to talk to you about what to do. It's like, I think I know what I'm doing, ma'am. I've been doing this my whole life. I don't think I need examples on how to do this. So they give us this room, and then they give us porn in the room, which is crazy. Because the porn they gave us probably was older than the building. It was like a VHS tape, you had to rewind it the whole time. You guys remember VHS tapes where you had to stick 2 fingers in and then like twist it, and you're just like, oh God, how much more of this movie do we have left? No. Guys, if they had porn in every doctor's appointment, I'd go to every doctor's appointment, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you go to your colonoscopy like, I really don't want to go check out this colonoscopy, but I am horny. Yeah. And then they gave me some interracial porn. And guys, I'm in an interracial relationship. And now I hate interracial porn. Because it was like the cringiest thing possible. It was like a white guy who was talking to this girl and pouring 40s down her ass. Pouring 40s down this black girl's ass and then slapping it the whole time. And it was called like 40-ounce bounce. And then for some reason I just turned into a romance critic. Like, this isn't a symbol of our love. Yeah. And then the worst part is the dirty talk, y'all. They tried to get the dirty talk going, and oh boy, I did not want to hear that anymore. Because it was like some white dude kicked open the door and was like, hey baby, why don't you come over here and give me some of them chocolate titties? Apparently this guy does not know how black titties taste. Tastes like expired beef jerky, in case you're wondering. Just sucking on it the whole time. I think this chocolate's expired. And then she tries to one-up him. She tries to one-up this guy. So she was like, oh yeah, you want some new chocolate black titties? I was like, can you stop saying that? She was like, if you want some of these chocolate black titties, you're gonna have to come over here and give me some of that slave master's cock. I was like, all right, I guess I'm watching the History Channel. It was gross. So they gave me my semen analysis back, and they told me that I have strong swimmers, but they lack motivation. Thanks, coach. Now I feel like I'm a superstar swimming around inside of me. I just look down at my crotch and they're like, look man, you got all the talent in the world, you just gotta get in there. I know I'm a bitch, I have a kid. And this kid's gonna have a hard life. This kid's gonna have a hard life. Because he's gonna come out, he's gonna have a black mom and a white dad, and it's gonna come out looking like the live action Little Mermaid. And everybody's gonna be furious. Because it's gonna have all the problems that black people have, but the looks of the uncoolest white people. Like, you can't say the N-word, but it'll get called the N-word. I don't care if my kid is an athlete or an entertainer. I just want him to be able to wear a do-rag, you know what I mean, guys? Can they come out of the womb like that? Come out of the womb with like a do-rag and a Newport cigarette in his ear? That's what I want my kid to come out with. Because when I was a kid, I used to wear do-rags. I used to wear do-rags for 10 years, guys. That's what this line on my forehead, this isn't an aging line on my forehead like most of you guys probably have. This is just leftover do-rag residue from whenever I wore a do-rag. I didn't know what a do-rag was for like 10 years. I would walk around with a do-rag, like that dude from Malibu's Most Wanted B-Rab. You guys know that movie? Like, yo dog, where the G's at? Oh man. I wore that do-rag for 10 years. And then I moved to Austen. And I sat down, and this white guy looked at me, and he was like, "Hey man, we're not doing that anymore." And then that other white guy looked at him and was like, "Hey man, we were never doing that." Because my mom would get on to me all the time whenever I wore the do-rag. My mom would get on to me. Because I would just wear the do-rag and be like, "Anyone else's hair hot?" I was wearing the do-rag, and my mom would come up to me and be like, "Go change." And I would go change into another do-rag. Got the FUBU and the Timberlands. Sometimes whenever I look at my forehead now, I look in the mirror and I look at my forehead, and then in the mirror it just looks back at me and it has the words "wig" attached across my head. It's alright. I understand. Because I know whenever I die one day, the archaeologists are going to dig up my body, pick up the skull, look at it and be like, "Why is he wearing a do-rag?" Guys, I got cats. Anybody else hear of cats? Yeah, you got cats, man? Yeah. I think the cat should just come with like a box of Band-Aids. Yeah, these things scratch you all the time. I got cats. I got this scratch on my arm. I don't know if y'all can see. I got this scratch on my arm. And this lady came up to me. She's like, "Oh, are you a cutter?" And I was like, "That's kind of rude to say, right, guys?" Yeah, it's kind of rude to say, right? But if you think about it, stand-up comedy is like the adult version of cutting yourself. Guys, we don't care if you laugh. We just want the attention. I'll end on this, guys. I got a bidet. Yeah, you anybody else here got a bidet? Got one of those things that cleans your tushy? No, you don't have a bidet? Oh man, those things are sweet. You gotta get a bidet. It's the thing that shoots water up your tushy. Oh man, you guys gotta get a bidet. My bidet broke. It sucked that my bidet broke. Because my bidet broke and I had to order one off Temu. You guys ever shopped at Temu before? Man, that place is so cheap, they just sent a Chinese guy to spit in my ass. Temu, shop like a billionaire. Alright guys, that is my time. Thank you so much.
Kelley, Shay, one more time, man. Those are not cigar lounge people, bro. Those are Marlboro Reds and the Cantina and Alamo people. Those look like the type of bitches that would go to the Mona Ayala Jr. party back in the day. Alright, guys, are you ready for your headliner? I said, are you ready for your headliner? That's right, man. This guy has been crushing stages all over this country. He's been on Kill Tony. He's got a comedy special out right now. Put your hands together for Austen Silver!
Dude, I love walking out to fucking rap music because then it's just like me. Like it's cool ass music and I'm like, "Hi guys," that's what it feels like whenever rap music plays. I don't know if you guys agree with what Ice is doing, but if Ice came in and took that table out, I would have helped those motherfuckers. Get the fuck out. That was fuck. Have you ever been in like a Chinese restaurant and there's like news CNN playing on the big TV, but they also have their kids in there who are watching cartoons on the small TV and the sounds are clashing? That's what that was like. Like what? How are there two shows happening in one fucking venue as close as possible to and all the laughs are off like they got the dub wrong on a karate movie? in that week, because they're having like the time of their life completely unrelated to anything else that was happening. That was crazy. That was a fucking wild. Kelley was gonna shoot him for real. He was like, 5 more minutes and I'm gonna fucking. He was gonna kill those whores. You guys are next. Yeah, I wish you guys would fucking beat the shit out of them. That was crazy. They're like, oh, you want to have fun? Let's talk through a comedy show. Like people, when she went to go to the bathroom and she just crossed right here in front of Kelley. You never saw that shit on Netflix. Fucking Dave Chappelle is doing his hour and some guy just crosses 1 foot away. She's like, oh, sorry. I'm sorry. You can't walk around, bitch. There's like. Was there construction going on? It's crazy. Yeah. I hope that they drunk drive into a ditch. I hope they die. That was crazy. That was definitely the craziest thing I've seen in a little bit. I don't think, you know what I mean? Like I always see videos and it's like a car crash and they're like, only in North Carolina. It's like, no, that's why car insurance is everywhere. It's not, I don't think it's far. I think they're just bitches. They probably live in Dallas or some shit, you know. But fuck Dallas, I know, fuck Dallas. I don't know anything, whatever. I'm from Austen, Dallas is 3 hours away. Sometimes I go, most of the time I don't. All right, it doesn't matter. Thank you guys for coming out. Give yourselves one more round of applause. I'm really happy to be in the venue that was voted most likely in FAR to get knocked over by a tornado. Are you gonna finish the walls, or we're just gonna leave them metal? It's a manufactured building. I do shows all over. I do. That wasn't a lie. He wasn't lying about that part. I did a show in Kansas City. It was a brewery in Kansas City. And the owner was like, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna get a ton of people out there. And the day of the show, 2 people showed up. 2 people in a room this big. And that's, like, you don't think about how many people a room can hold until it's empty. And you're like, boy, I bet we could fit a bunch of people in here. I bet 1 million people would fit in here. 2 people, can you imagine it's a show and it's just us? And it's no one, don't look around because there's nobody there. And nobody's coming and we're just locked in. And this is 45 minutes and like I don't know why like both of us didn't just leave, you know what I mean? Like I could have left and they could have left and be like, all right, I'm sorry this didn't work out, good to meet you, and we could have just gone and lived our lives, you know what I mean? But instead I did 45 minutes and we're just here. We're just here. And that wasn't even the worst part about the night. The worst part is just like this, I can see the entrance behind the people as I'm just fucking in this mutual hostage-taking scenario. I guess you guys would call it a Mexican standoff, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Would you go? Fucking hit me up after. The worst part is I could see the entrance, and during my time, I saw 10 people walk in the door, look up, figure out what was going on, and then just leave immediately. Like, I don't know if there's any basketball fans in here, but they didn't even lift their pivot foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no traveling involved. They were just the fuck out. I know everybody's, you guys are being real low key. I know everybody's here to see me because I've been on television. No, No one recognizes me. That's fine. I was in a Chuck E. Cheese commercial. That's true. That's a true story. Like recently. I don't expect you to know me from when I was a kid. I played a dad. I don't have any kids. They just needed someone who looked tired. I can play a dad in commercials, but it can't be a commercial for any type of product. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be in a commercial for like a Nature Valley granola bar commercial, right? Like, you know, something healthy or whatever. I can't do it. Like, they're hiking, you know? I can't, and they get to the top of the mountain and they're like, we're attractive. I don't qualify for that. This is the most embarrassing commercial I ever tried out for. I tried out for a commercial for diabetes medication. Yeah. Not the kind you're born with, the kind you earn. That was type 2, yeah. They needed a certain body fat percentage, so I ran the numbers. And I found out that I just barely qualified. I'm like, yeah, oh. Uh-oh. That was tough. I have an agent. I live in Austen. I don't know if I said that already. I live in Austin, Texas. I have an agent that submits me to commercials. He gets me commercial work. He's shitty. Like, he's not a good agent. But also, they have casting websites that exist right now that we could go on that shit tomorrow. We could be famous. We could be all of us famous tomorrow. Everybody in this rickety building. No one's buying it. All right. I was trying to double down, but it's not happening. I was looking at that website though recently, and I saw an ad, and this is what the ad said verbatim. They said, "We're looking for America's ugliest woman." America's ugliest woman. Isn't that a crazy thing to put in an ad? Yeah, chase her down. She's dead, and she's dead, and they're all dead. They were casting a reality show, a reality show to make them beautiful. That's what it was. You know, like the Swan, do you remember that shit? Yeah. It was like that. That was the thing that they were casting for. But like, America's ugliest woman, isn't that a mean thing to say? That's super mean. Like what type of headspace would you have to be in as a woman to apply for that? And also, how supportive would your friends have to be? And also, how would your friends be supportive? Like, what do you say? Girl, you can do it, you're so ugly. Well, yeah. I know that you're the ugliest woman. That wasn't even the craziest part about the ad. This is the craziest part. The craziest part is that they took referrals. Yeah. So you could call up CBS and narc on your ugly friends. Can you imagine getting that call? You didn't even know you were in the running. Turns out you could be America's ugliest woman. Like, you were probably having trouble dating, but you didn't think you were nationally ranked. This is the worst case scenario to me. If you were a woman and you were like, you know what, I'm not getting any younger, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply for this. The worst case scenario, what if it turned out you were only America's second ugliest woman? Yeah. Then the ugliest woman, she gets the makeover. Now you're America's ugliest woman. But it's too late. The show is over. The other thing they do all the time is they'll make a pilot for a thing, and then they won't make the rest of the series. Right? So what if you were America's ugliest woman, and they're like, hey, you're America's ugliest woman, but we're not going to do the show. We just wanted you to know. We just wanted you to know that a bunch of ad executives saw your picture and were like, "Jeez." Anyway, enjoy the rest of your life. Like that's fucked up to think about. I pay attention to ads, you know, whatever. I'm in commercials sometimes. I've been in some commercials. I like to look at billboards. I travel all over. My favorite thing is like you pass through a small town and they just put up like a small business. They save all their money and they put up one single billboard and it's always stupid. This is my example. I was going through this town and they were selling custom pools. All right. Lang Pools, that was the name, Lang Custom Pools. And it had a picture of a pool on it, and then there's a nice pool, and then in front of it was a little kid, a little blonde kid wearing water wings, and she's smiling all big, and there's a speech bubble, and the speech bubble says, "I put the pee in pool." What the fuck? Like, what's the message? You know what I mean? Like, I know you're trying to sell me a pool, but what are you trying to tell me about the pool? That all the neighborhood kids are going to come piss in my pool? Because that doesn't sound that good to me. I'm not going to lie. You just talked yourself out of a sale. Now I want a koi pond. But there's a more subtle way to say that. If the message is kids are going to piss in your pool, there's more subtle ways to do. Like, what if the speech bubble just said, "You're in for a world of fun." URINE, urine. There's a much better way to do it. We were in Beeville coming down. Beeville, shout out, I don't know. And they had like an injury attorney billboard. You fucking know. You see them all the time. Rui's injury attorneys or whatever. But this billboard, it had a big revolver on it. It was taking up like a third of the billboard. It had they're like, "Rui's injury attorneys, don't bring a knife to a gunfight." And they're like, yeah, that's good advice, but also don't bring a gun to a courthouse. Like, they check for that shit. Fucking crazy. It's crazy.
It's frowned upon.
It's frowned. They'll take you out of here, like those bitches. Those are the billboards. Have you seen? I don't know if they got down here yet. Like the "Don't Text and Drive" billboards. They've been pinning that pretty hard recently, and they do the seasonal ones. Don't, like on Thanksgiving, don't be a turkey. Don't text and drive. Shut the fuck up. But you're like, oh, don't text and drive or you're dead, right? Ding, who's texting you? It's death. Don't put your phone away. All right, I'll put my phone away. You win. But can we pass some sort of law that prevents U-Haul trucks from being so interesting? They got pictures of all these national parks on them, and I'm trying not to. Like, of course I hit that guy. I was trying to learn about Arches National Park. If having a curious mind is a crime, then I plead guilty. Oh, what? The crime is manslaughter? Well, I would like to change my plea. Your Honor. They have those, they have the national parks ones, and they also have the picture of like, the flamingos, right? They have a picture of a flamingo or a chameleon, and it says, "Did you know?" on it. Did you know about the Did You Know U-Haul trucks?
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy who's in the show knows about it. I was reading one of those. I was reading a Did You Know? I was driving and it said, "Did you know that you're slowly drifting in oncoming traffic?" Oh shit! Thanks you all. Oh no, we walked another table. Is it because we started the show at 10:30? Is that why? Also, I gotta have words with the first guy who was up here, who was in a tie. Did you notice how it went in reverse for how good people were dressed?
The man bun.
Yeah, he's in a fucking collared shirt and tie. And then the fucking host is wearing like a nice black shirt with a chain. And then my friend Kelley's wearing a t-shirt, and I'm wearing a t-shirt that I got at the Padre Island gift shop today, this morning. It was 2 for $15.
Isla Grand Special!
And what? I got the cheapest shit that I'm gonna wash this tomorrow and it's gonna be a blank shirt. I know for a fact. Is it off-center? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Those are just my tits, like kind of messing up a little bit. I gotta do the rest of the show all shy now. It's cold in here. Shut the fuck up. Who's the comedian? Padre, yeah. It's turned into a real fucking town hall in this motherfucker. I like that the chatting table left and you guys were like, someone's gotta fill the void. Yeah, I don't believe you. Okay. Fine. What do you win from the slot machines? Tickets? Coupons?
Money.
You win money?
Yeah.
Is that legal?
In Florida.
Alright, okay. Is this a fucking Indian reservation? Just this bar? Okay. Do you have to like pay out in tithe, like how they do it? In Austen, we have like, and they like, if you win, it's like, oh, you win 2 bottles of Tide, and then you take the Tide next door to a gas station and they buy it from you. That's how they do it. That's how they do it where I'm from. But Asians run those, so I guess it's a little bit different. It's the triad instead of the cartels, I guess. I don't know anything about the Valley. I'm sorry if I'm mislabeling you guys. I'm gonna watch these slot machines for a minute. No, okay. I was at the movies recently, and something crazy happened to me. I saw a pair of fat identical twins. You guys don't seem like you're on board. Okay. Right at first, right when you hear it, it makes sense because you're like, of course they're both fat. They're identical. But here's the thing. You only start out identical. All the rest. That's like your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know how they managed to stay fat in tandem. It's not enough to have the same genetics. You gotta live the whole same lifestyle. Do they work the same job, just a desk job, right? No one ever has to work through lunch, you know? They go home, they live in the same house, they say, you know what I feel like for dinner? Hell yeah, 2 pizzas, like how? And I know I'm fat, okay? Tinder told me so. But I guarantee you, if I had an identical twin the same size as me, I wouldn't be fat anymore. Because I don't even love looking in the mirror. I cannot imagine having a walking 3D model of my fat ass. I can't imagine me sitting across from another me eating a meatball sub. You get it? That'd be like watching a documentary about how I'm getting fat. I don't want to see that. Changed it. Like, how many episodes in this documentary? It got quiet. You could hear the fucking air circulating. That's bad. What was it? Okay. Do you guys like to cook?
Yeah!
It's rhetorical. I'm going to tell the joke anyway. What? Who said yes? You said yes? What's your specialty?
Shrimp scampi.
Shrimp scampi?
Hell yeah.
Okay. A popular Mexican recipe.
No. It's Italian.
Okay. He did a whole thing about how he was going to get deported, and I didn't think it was because he was Italian. That was literally the last thing I expected him to say.
No, it's an Italian dish.
No, I know. But you are Mexican.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Get him! No. Yeah, that sounds good. Is there a secret ingredient?
Actually...
Shrimp.
No, actually, I like to put parsley on that bitch.
He likes to put parsley on it. I've never not seen shrimp scampi with parsley. I don't like to cook. Not me. I don't even like it when I have to pull out a microwave dinner halfway through to stir it and put it back in. I'm always like, am I cooking right now? Did I just get tricked into cooking? Marie Calendar, you bitch. Do you guys have Marie Calendar down here?
Yes,
Sure.
it's Maria.
This guy fucking gets it. Dude, every once in a while though, if you watch enough like social media or YouTube or whatever, they make cooking look easy. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try it. This is when I go to HEB and I buy proteins now how to make because I figure I'll learn, right? I'm at HEB, I'm like, what's up with this swordfish steak? Nothing, I'm not gonna make it. But I will buy it. And just put it in my fridge and ignore it until it goes bad. Have you ever been relieved when food goes bad? Right? Because all the pressure's off, you know what I'm saying? But you still have to tell yourself a whole story to make you feel better about the situation. I'm at the fridge like, oh no! The swordfish went bad. Fuck! I was gonna make it tonight. I swear to God, it had been in there for 3 weeks, but tonight, oh, why? Oh well, I guess I have to throw it out and go to Whataburger. Why? No! Here's the thing that I know, speaking of swordfish, did you know that if you buy farm-raised salmon, that they put food coloring in it to make the flesh pink? Did you guys know that? Yeah, it's so gross. I will never forget when I learned that. I was so surprised I almost spit out my Mountain Dew. Yo, I love Mountain Dew, but we should not be drinking that shit. Like that, like if you were lost in the mountains and you didn't have any food or water, and you're like, oh God, I'm so thirsty, and you came upon a stream and it was Mountain Dew colored, you'd move the fuck on. But I voted for more Mountain Dew flavors than I have presidents. Here's another food fact where we know about canola oil. Did you guys know that there's no canola plant? You guys know that? You know what the name of the plant is that they make it out of? Rapeseed. Yeah, with a hard R, a rapeseed.
Wow.
But they named it canola oil because they're great at marketing. But we should all avoid canola oil if we can, because I hear that it is very high in molesterol. That's a fuck. That's what we call a home run joke. All right, that's what I call a home run joke. You guys, okay. They can't all be winners. Don't clear your throat. That was the worst time to do that. In the absolute silence of that joke not working. Now I need a cricket to go off somewhere. No. Thanks, Nick. You're helping me out a lot. I do shows. I know I said that already. I was on a show one time, and there was a photographer at the show, and he had been hired to like help us do promos, to take pictures of us, so we'd have good pictures to put on social media. And he took me into a room, and he sat me in a leather chair just like this one, and he's like, "Yeah, looking like a boss over here. Give me an expression that makes you think. You give me like a boss expression." So I gave him whatever I thought that was, and he's taking pictures, and he's like, "Yeah, just like Tony Soprano." And I'm like, "Yeah, just like Tony Soprano." And that was 2 years ago, and it just fucking hit me how fat Tony Soprano was. I thought he was complimenting me. He was just calling me a fat fuck. Just like Tony Soprano, played by the actor James Gandolfini, who died from a heart attack at 53. You know, 9 years after. I'm 44. That's very close. Just like Tony Soprano. He could have named any other mob boss. Just like Al Capone, just like Bugsy Siegel, just like Scarface, just like The Godfather, just like any of the villains from Dick Tracy. No, he had to name the fattest one who's now dead. Tony Soprano. I'm from Austen. Keep it weird. That's our unofficial motto. We do a good job. We keep it hella weird. But San Antonio is like catching up for sure. San Antonio, I went to the mall in San Antonio, the Riverwalk Mall, and they got a store that's called Primarily Purple. You're never gonna believe what they sell. If you guess purple stuff, you are right. They just sell purple shit. Stuffed animals, notebooks, whatever, toys, as long as it's purple, they have it. I looked it up. It's owned by a woman. That's not me being sexist. I think that this is how it happened. This is how I think she started the business. I think she was complaining about her day job to her friend. And she's like, "I hate my job. Susan from accounting's such a bitch. I don't want to do it anymore." And her friend was like, "Girl, that job has done nothing for you. You should quit. You should quit. You should do what you love. What are you passionate about?" Purple. Okay. I feel like you need to be like a little bit more specific. "I'm gonna open a purple store." Definitely don't do that. You're gonna lose all your. "I'm doing it." And she did it. Do you know how hard it is to open a business? Just like a regular business, like a shoe store or a restaurant. And she opened a business based on the color. She had to write a whole business plan, like how your business is going to operate from now till infinity, just selling purple shit. And she wrote that business plan. It might have been in crayon, but she did it. Purple crayon, you got it. That's only one step out of so many. She has to go to the bank to get a loan to buy all the purple stuff. And the loan officer must have been like, "You know what? It's my last day. I'm just going to go." She has a business plan, she has the money, now she has to go talk to the guy at the mall. He's going to let her in with her stupid fucking store. And the guy at the mall must have been like, "That's the worst idea I've ever heard, honestly. But I missed out on Bitcoin. So nothing's off the table. Get in here." And this is true. That store. What in the fuck? Is this place haunted? Am I holding the mic wrong?
You're good.
That store has been in that mall for 25 years. It's hard to stop a punchline and then you start again and you're like, none of that should happen. 25 years. This story is so stupid, it's inspirational. Whenever I think I can't make it as an actor, whenever I think I can't make it as a comic, like right now at this very second, I just think of some lady who opened a store based on her favorite color, and she's killing it. Wow. It's a drug front. I mean, I don't know, but like, how many people are wearing purple in here right now? Drug front. It's as simple as that. Did you guys have a good Easter? What do Catholics do for hide eggs? What else? Feel guilt? Is that a guilty thing? No, it's fine. What'd you say?
Family brisket.
Brisket. Brisket's an Easter thing?
Yep.
How does it relate? It doesn't. Okay, all right. You're not like body of Christ, smoke for 14 hours. Sagger, okay.
Smoke them.
Do they smoke Christ? I guess they smoked them in like the term. I guess Christ took forever to come back, and it's kind of the same thing. Yeah. We closed the lid, and then we opened the lid 3 days later, and there was brisket. Tender mercy. Yeah, we got some in there. I'm Jewish. Passover is around the same time. Passover started last Thursday, and this is the story of Passover because I don't think anybody knows. I know. You know it? You know the story of Passover? Do you know the story of Passover? I don't know how much we have in relation to each other. Okay. Do Catholics know the story of Passover? Okay, all right. I don't see. That's the thing. Like we're Old Testament. We're the classics, and you guys are like the new reboot. So I don't know like where the carryover is. This is the story of Passover. If you don't know, when the Jewish people were enslaved in Egypt by the Pharaoh, God sent 10 plagues at the Egyptians. It was locusts and it was raining frogs. But the Pharaoh, very hard man to impress. So we had to get to 10 plagues. Number 10, the 10th plague was God's going to send the angel of death to kill every firstborn son. Every firstborn Egyptian son. And he said to Moses, he said, listen, I'm fixing to shoot up this whole place. He said, so tell all the Jewish people to slaughter a lamb, and then you got to paint lamb's blood on your door, and the angel of death will pass over, movie title, the Jewish houses. And I wonder if a sheep overheard God talking to Moses and was like, all the doors, we gotta do lamb's blood on all the doors, all of them. The angel of death can't just pass over the neighborhoods with bagel stores in them. No, we gotta paint all the doors with lambs. No, the angel of death can't just read mailboxes, Stein, Schwartz, and just skip those houses. Can we just do plague number 1 again, which is where all the water turned to blood for 3 days? Could we just do that one again, and maybe the Pharaoh wouldn't think it was a coincidence this time? No, we gotta paint all the doors with blood. Okay, all right. I wonder if there was a sheep prophet that was like, listen, the Jewish people are coming to kill all of us. We gotta hide and let the Egyptian sheep let them get slaughtered, and we'll be fine. And that religion would be called Judaism. See, because a female sheep is a ewe, and those things rhyme. Sometimes I'm just telling jokes for me. I kind of miss those ladies being there because at least every once in a while someone laughed at something. I'm from Austin, Texas. I'm from there. That's where I grew up. But I moved to LA, and then I moved back because I was too successful. It was getting to my head, so I had to come back. But I'm glad to be back in Texas, mostly so I could talk shit about the LA comics. I'm thinking about a specific guy. There was an Egyptian comic there, speaking of that, and like from Egypt, it wasn't like his thing. But he had a joke about how whenever it came up in conversation that he was Egyptian, everybody would say, oh, the pyramids. He said, that's all they knew about us, is that we built the pyramids. And I was like, I mean, we built the pyramids. Y'all ordered the pyramids. But I wonder if that guy goes to like a Subway and orders a sandwich, and at the end he's like, look what I built. I mean, just ordered it. That's crazy. Sir, the show isn't done, sir. Oh, look at him. Is he going? Oh, okay. Oh, he's going to the bath. Look how far out of his way he went to go to the bath. That's why I moved all the way to the front to make sure that nobody could block it. God, I was checking out at HEB. I was in the line, and I was in line for like 20 minutes, which is like, that's a long time to wait in line. It sucks to wait in line. The only thing that sucks more is when you accidentally make eye contact with someone else waiting in line, and then they just take that as a sign to complain to you about the line. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's a long line. Yeah, no shit, man. And then they become an efficiency expert all of a sudden. They're like, what they need is more cashiers. And you're like, hold everything, this guy solved it. We need more cashiers. Everybody, all the stalkers, all the truck drivers, comment, you gotta be cashiers. Random customers, you guys are deputized. There are more cashiers. This guy figured it out. It's not a job interview. How would you fix this? I don't have any power. I'm just in line with you. You know what I mean? Just because we're in the same line does not mean that we are on the same side. I'm just trying to get through. I was in line in a bank. Same bullshit. What they need is more tellers. Oh my God! Oh, of course. The line's not long because they need more tellers. The line is long because you're depositing a check. You can deposit a check at the ATM. You can deposit a check from your phone. You can get direct deposits. But no, you're just in here taking up space, signing the back of the check and talking to the teller about how there needs to be more of them. These slot machines remind me of Las Vegas, in that also Las Vegas has slot machines. Ooh boy, what a weak transition. Do you guys like Vegas? Do you go to Vegas, or does everybody go to... I asked that question in Andrews, North Carolina, population 5,000, and they have one Indian casino there. And this woman yelled out, "We have a casino!" And I'm like, I don't think it's the same thing as all of Vegas. Whenever I go to Vegas, I like to rent a car, right? Because I don't want to be beholden to taxis or Ubers. And also, if I'm down a ton of money, what I do is I take the car up on the overpass and I drive really close to the edge and I just think about it. And it helps put everything in perspective. I'm like, oh God, I want to live. That's... The last time I went to Vegas, stuff was like pretty cheap. And I got a rental car from a company called Fox Rental Car. I don't know if the people who know it know that it's basically the Spirit Airlines of rental cars. But I got it it was $20 a day. It was very cheap. The next cheapest was $40 a day. So we're getting a deal, and we already said that I'm Jewish, and you know that I like that. Don't tell anyone I said that shit. We don't need these stereotypes getting out. Everybody's stereotype is that Jewish people run the bank, but I'm fat, so everybody thinks that I just run the food bank. I rented from Fox. We landed at the Las Vegas airport. If you've never been to Vegas or you haven't rented a car in Vegas, know that the rental car center is not at the airport itself. It's a couple miles away, and an official Las Vegas airport bus picks you up and takes you to the airport and all the big brands, to the rental car center, and all the big brands are there. Hertz, Budget, Avis. Not Fox. Fox Rental Car is not there. They're at a different place, and a Fox bus picks you up, and the driver is pushing it with his feet like in the Flintstones. It's just a rickety bus, and you're just on. I was on the bus so long, I thought I got on the wrong bus. That's what, I was like, am I getting abducted right now? It's me and some people from Des Moines, and you're just never gonna see us again. Just like far off into the desert, like for a long time, and finally we pull up at the Fox lot. I'm like, oh, thank God, I'm gonna keep my kidneys today. And I go in, and the lobby's all dingy and stuff, and the woman at the desk, if I had to guess as to what her previous profession was, I would have said professional cigarette smoker. Her face was like leather. And this seems mean, but I think you guys will be on my side in a minute. I go up to the desk and I give her my ID, and she says, oh, we have a problem. I said, what? She said, you rented a compact car. I said, I know. It's $20 a day. And she said, you're too big for a compact car. She has my license. She's like, what are you, 5'11"? You're too big for a compact car. You're gonna have a bad time. For 1 second, I thought that she was really worried that I wasn't gonna have a good time in Vegas. But I was like, wait a minute, I didn't come to Vegas to rent a car. No one came to Vegas to rent it. No one ever got back from Vegas and their friends were like, how was Vegas? And they were like, oh my God, it was great. We rented a Ford Taurus. That conversation never ever happened. She was like, let me upgrade you. Let me upgrade you to a midsize. And I was like, upgrade, how much is that? And she's like, why, it's just an extra $20. And I'm like, no thanks, I'm good, that's double. And she was like, come on. And I'm like, no. And she's like, come on. No. All right. This was the beginning of the hardest I've ever been sold to ever in my entire life. She can't get the upgrade. Now she's trying to do the tank of gas, right? She's like, we're the cheapest of the gas. You can get a full tank. You can save a bunch of money. I'm like, I don't know how much I'm going to drive. I don't know if this car is going to end up at the bottom of an overpass midway through. Right? I don't know. So I don't want it. She's like, that's fine. I'll just put you down for half a tank. I'm like, I'm good. She's like, I'll just put you down for half a tank. I'm good. I'm down. I'm good. I'm fine. Okay? All right. Okay. Then she went for the big one, and you guys already know what it is.
Insurance.
Yeah, it's fucking insurance. So, like, she was like, let's talk about insurance. I'm like, you know what, I'm good. And she's like, let me finish. And I did let her finish, because no one's ever talked to me like that. She like ran me through all the levels, bronze, silver, gold. She became a legal scholar, which is a weird thing to do with a law degree, right? She's like, I don't know how it is in Texas, but here in Nevada, if you get in an accident, you're finished. You're a duck. The driver of the other car can sue you. The passenger of the other car can sue you. Some guy walking his dog, he saw the whole thing. Now he is traumatized. They're going to sue you. Your life is done if you don't get this insurance. Please get it. I'm like, no, I'm good. She's like, all right, okay. Then she goes to finalize the transaction. She's typing, but while she's doing it, she's muttering to herself. She's like, that's pretty irresponsible that you wouldn't get the insurance. I was like, what did you say? And she stops typing and she looks up and she makes direct eye contact with me. And she's like, that's pretty irresponsible that you wouldn't get the insurance. Let me guess, daddy's money? I was like, what about any of this seems like daddy's money to you? It's a $20 car. I don't even know if I'm in Vegas anymore. You know what? This is daddy's money. Get me the platinum insurance, because I'm going to ramp this fucking rental car off the Luxor pyramid into the Bellagio fountain. Daddy's money. Get the fuck out of here. Did you see this 2 for $15 shirt? It's misaligned, baby. I can't say any of that shit to her, though, because I don't have the keys yet. But I did say this. I said, you're a mean lady. That's what I said. And she backed off. But she was like, I'm not mean. I rescue dogs. And I'm like, whatever. We finish the transaction, right? Initial here, and here. Sign here. She gives me the keys. She tells me where to go. I take one step in the direction of the rental car lot. And I say, oh, hey, by the way, Cruella de Vil rescued dogs. I know that's not like a Winston Churchill, Eminem level fucking comeback, but I'm so glad that I thought of it at the desk and not in the car driving away. I did a private party. It was a birthday party for some Indian folks from India. And it was all Indian people, and they all spoke perfect English, and they liked all my jokes, except they did not know who Cruella de Vil was. And that is a very long story to tell when people don't get the punchline. So thank you guys for watching Disney. I went to ice cream school. Yeah, that's right, I said ice cream school, baby. Just one ice, one cream. I went to ice cream school. I used to work for a bakery, and we're going to start making our own ice cream. And there's a company in Tampa, Florida that makes the ice cream machines. And if you buy a machine, you can go to Tampa and go to their warehouse, and they teach you how to use the machine. It's a one-day class. They call it Ice Cream University, and it's a huge waste of time. But I wanted to go because, like I said, it was in Tampa, Florida, and I wanted to do stand-up in Tampa. And I wanted to do so good at the show that all the Tampa comedians quit comedy. That was the goal. They'd be like, we can't touch this guy. Oh my God. Did you see his shirt? Right? Like, I was gonna kill it. So I went to an open mic, and it's just 5 minutes. And I did 5 minutes and just bombed the whole, just straight, no laughter at all. Like, you feel this silence? -10. It was like doing comedy in space. That's what it was like. And I finished the set, and I just got off stage, and I just walked to my rental car. Like, I should have networked, I should have met other comedians in the I couldn't do any of that. I just couldn't handle it. Just get me the fuck out of here. And I always think about what it would be like to be like a millionaire comedian. I feel like the best part about being a super rich comedian would be like if you bombed at a place, you just get off stage, get in a limousine, take it to your private jet, and fly the fuck out of the city. Like, I can't imagine bombing and then having to wait outside for an Uber. That would be a horrible, like, "Fuck, get the fuck, please. No, you made a wrong turn again." Like, that would be. Got my rental car, drove back to the hotel, and halfway there I got pulled over by the cops. Fuck. They come to my window, I give them my ID, and they said, "All right, you're from Texas. What are you doing here in Florida?" And I said, "You're gonna laugh. I'm going to ice cream school." And the cop was like, "Okay." So now I'm bombing with this cop? Also, side note, if you're a cop and you pull over a suspicious vehicle in a suspicious neighborhood and the driver tells you he's going to ice cream school, you don't have any follow-up questions? Is it because I look like someone who would go to ice cream school? Even if you didn't know what it was. Cop's like, "Ice cream school, huh? Yeah, that adds up." Needs to go to salad school. He let me go because I'm white. I did the only thing I could think to do. I sped the rest of the way back to the hotel. I'm like weaving, fucking running red lights. I was trying to get pulled over again and see if I could squeeze in the third set. All right, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here after this. Gonna hop in my limo. I recently got out of a relationship. Every comic is either getting into or coming out of a relationship. It helps the narrative. I recently got out of one. This is what I did to make myself feel better. I bought condoms off of Amazon, which I do not recommend that shit. It's because the quantities get too big. They get way too big. I got an order of 50 condoms. 50, 50, 50. That's the number that I thought that I needed, 50. I've never run a 5K. I'm not gonna sign up for a marathon. Because it's too many. They came in an Amazon box, and for some reason the smile logo looked more sarcastic than usual. It was like, 50, huh? They were just loose in there. Just loose, just long strips of condoms like Chuck E. Cheese tickets. And just like Chuck E. Cheese tickets, I know I'm not going to get anything with them. So, 3, that was the number that I needed, 3. And that includes the one that you put on backwards by accident the first time you throw it away. So I still have 47 left, which is still way too many condoms. I'm dealing with the fact that I might have bought a lifetime supply of condoms. If you want a drawing for a lifetime supply of condoms and they sent you 50, you'd be like, "Fuck you." But that's the thing that's happening to me right now. 47. Also, Amazon has all our data. They have all of it. Can't they just deny the purchase? I go to click buy and Amazon's like, "We're not gonna." Amazon's like, "Based on your previous purchases, we don't recommend these condoms." I was cleaning out my closet during the lockdown, and I came upon some really nice dress shirts that I'd gotten too fat for. And I said to myself, all right, this is a wake-up call. I gotta eat right, I gotta work out, I gotta be able to fit in these shirts. And it's been 6 years, and I still cannot. But I still have them, just in the back of my closet, just gathering dust, not doing anybody any good. And every once in a while, I'll go in my closet, and I'll see the shirts, and I'll feel bad about myself. And I know that's the exact same thing that's gonna happen with the condoms. This story ends with me donating 47 condoms to Goodwill. and some nice shirts. My ex-girlfriend, she told me at one point that she was attracted to other women, so I suggested a threesome because you never stop dreaming. She said no. Like, obviously she said no, I wouldn't be here. I would just be at home remembering it. This is the reason she said no. She said, I feel like someone would be left out. I'm like, me, it's fine. Have you ever been moving a couch with another guy and there's a third guy in the middle just holding it? He's not even supporting any weight, but you let him do it because he feels good about it. I'll be that guy. I just want to touch a titty every once in a while. All right, that's my time. Thank you guys so much. I also have merch. It's two women moving a couch and me not helping at all. These are $25. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm Austen Silver.
Come on, Silver, one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Came all the way down here from Austin, Texas, just to perform in front of Alamo Attorney General. Yeah, man. Hey, if y'all had a good time tonight, man, make some noise. Alright guys, we will be, if y'all like me tonight too, man, I will be opening the show next week with Rock and Roll James, man, when he comes into town. So get your tickets, man. We know we got a lot of reservations for that one too. We want to give a shout out to the Cigar Society. Man, we had an awesome show tonight, man. Thank you for taking care of everybody. Let's go ahead and, I got a cigar in the car. It doesn't have tobacco in it. So if y'all still want to hit it, we can. Once again, my name is Niño. Give it up for Austen Silver, man, Kelley, Shay. Thank you very much. Jack Lee, man, Jack Lee to the house. Yes, sir, thank you.
Because I got some guys that come and they want to take over the whole
All you have to do with them, man, I want to like this.